Language may not be suitable for young audiences. Parental guidance is advised. Hi, this is Mekhaela, and welcome to my podcast, a personal blog that I will be bringing to life. For today's episode, let me take you back to April 2008 when my complex personality has slowly emerged. It also revealed during this time that my head isn't in the right place and it's making my life too difficult for me to handle. Let me take this opportunity to thank Anchor for making my whole podcast experience easy and pleasant. You can drop a message or two on our Facebook page, Mekhaela on Podcast. I repeat, Mekhaela on Podcast. We'd love to hear from our listeners. Entry 10. It's too difficult. April 28th, 2008. A lot of people are wondering why there's a sudden change in my attitude. I can't really figure out why. Maybe I'm just overwhelmed with all the things that have happened to me this month, and slowly, everything is sinking in just like when Titanic hit the iceberg. Iceberg is the reality. I am the Titanic. I'm trying to be rational in everything I do. I don't go clubbing anymore. I've already given up that late night frappes in exchange for peace and quiet, and no suppressing issues and whatnot. I buried myself with work, killing myself with a bucket full of problems that I'm trying to resolve alone. And for what? It's a form of diversion of this fucked up life. And I realize this is the exact scenario when I was in college. House, school, school, house. And when I was at my lowest point, I drowned myself with beer and gin, and everything else went blank. This has happened to me again. For what? I'm clueless. Or trying to be a perfect imbecile, maybe? It's a matter of acceptance, but rather too difficult to handle. You'll get crashed and burned for all they care, but the pain won't stop you from hurting yourself. Total abuse of one's being, I guess. Back to square one. Painkillers, beers, late night endless of munching, of fat friendly food. The best. Why am I staring at a blank space more often than not, crying? Self pity? That's bull. Am I waiting for one big impossible miracle to happen? Am I waiting for Icarus to fall from the skies? Most probably. Tears. What symbolizes those? Happiness? Contentment? A channel of expressing one's disappointments in life? Bitterness? Truly, it brings a lot of meaning depending on the usage of such. I am a crybaby, I admit. When I'm lost, happy, sad, angry, in love, and heartbroken, I cry. People say I'm tough, but I'm just as sensitive as a baby's skin. A little irritation would bring tears to my eyes. This is one of the ways that I will be able to calm myself, reassure myself that once tears will fall, a new life will bring forth joy. What's it gonna be? I'm currently taking a breather from all these. Maybe one day I'll realize that there's more than what's in store for me these past few months. It's been a good year for me though, since I've met a lot of people, knowing all their strengths and weaknesses out of them, and having a best friend that you know you can count on. This April is one surreal blur. If I could turn back the hands of time, I want to skip it just for me not to experience the pain. I know, it's partly my fault, but what the hell? Pain is sweeter when it's prolonged. I've been through this for years and yet I still survived after the tragedy. What I've been through is something only a few people would understand. Maybe because it's one difficult situation to comprehend. Only me and my pea-sized brain would be able to dissect these phrases that I'm using. It's the April blues, everyone. I have to bear the fact that I'm the twin sister of Miss Payne and a half sister brother tragedy.
Let me share this with you all. Anchor is a hosting platform that is easy to use and offers a lot at no cost. I use Anchor for my podcast. So far, it's been fun. With their unlimited hosting and easy to navigate tools, it's simple to start recording your show. And you can download the app for free. With Anchor, it's one step closer to having your very own show. Anchor, sign up now.
At this point, I realize I'm beginning to give up and just succumb to what fate may bring. I just gave up, drowned myself with work, and neglected the voices in my head telling me it's time to let go. Of course, I still pretended everything was fine whenever someone asked me if I'm okay. I wish I could have told them that I wasn't. Too late. At this point, also, I had accepted the fact that I'm stuck with that life forever, and there's no point of fighting against it. It's a done deal. No other escape. When you give up, you lose, and when you lose, you'll regret. But behind that workaholic trying to be an ideal mom and wife, I was still drinking a lot. And worse, I added painkillers in my repertoire. When an opportunity strikes, I'd go away and drown myself with all these. At least, only during my rest days, though. Nobody knew I was emotionally and psychologically unkempt. I knew how to put up a happy face. Whenever I went out, I made sure that my face and body had no traces of regrets and stress, but no matter how I tried to hide it, it resurfaces from time to time. People around me weren't stupid. They knew something's not right. I did remember, during this time, I cried in the showers a lot. That's why it took me too long to get out of the bathroom. This feeling sorry for myself that I had experienced was way much to bear. I felt I was unlucky to have walked this path. I could have done better if I didn't marry or had kids. That's what I was thinking back then. Don't get me wrong, I love my kids. With me being a single mom, it made me realize that my children are enough to make my life worth living. But then again, I still think I have this insecurity inside of me that never goes away. It's a default emotional dilemma that, for sure, most of us have. Still, I was that someone who was confused, but was also waiting for the right timing and wishing for a miracle that someday things will go my way. I asked for signs, waited for one single shot so I can take advantage of the situation and get the hell out of there. And I guess with this kind of thinking I had, it greatly affected what I am today. You'll know why next Monday. That ends this week's entry. Thank you for listening. Be sure to tune in every Monday for new episodes. You can follow our Facebook page, Mekhaela, on podcast to know more about which listening platforms our show is available to listen to. This podcast is created by me with Jabs for the sound and Monique for the artwork. Let's meet again, only here on Mekhaela.